Hi, I am Mr. Lee from Boys and Girls Club of Greater St. Louis, serving from Riverview Gardens, Highland Elementary, and I'm here with a Passport to Manhood virtual video lesson. First things first, I hope everyone has been staying safe during this time, and also, kids, please be enriched. Do your reading, math, ELA. I do not want anyone to fall behind. Um, this is a very unusual time, but please use your time wisely. The video lesson today is on understanding manhood. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, let's start this off with a riddle. Normally, I do some type of bigger icebreaker, something that gets you active to make the whole activity more fun. But since we're communicating across computer screens, let's just go with a riddle. So the riddle will be: what goes up but never goes down? Is the riddle. Um, if you guess it before the end, just put it in the comments, and near the end of the video or during the video, I'll be answering. I'll answer for the end for the sake of fairness, letting everybody get a chance. Again, the riddle is what goes up but never goes down. If you need a clue, here it goes. It happens every year. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed that riddle. To get into the lesson, understanding manhood, we have three vocab words. One is manhood, the other is stereotypes, and the other is gender norms. Right now, we'll address manhood. What is manhood? The state or period of being a man rather than a child. That is the definition from the dictionary. Um, I would say that it varies man to man, but the general definition points to a certain path. So the path would consist of having morals and building values, um, and doing certain responsibilities. For me, it was those things, responsibilities, taking care of myself, taking make sure I'm taking care of the ones I love, and also going to work and going to school, which is a part of taking care of yourself and others. Giving back to the community could be um, a part of manhood. So let's make sure all those things are aligned. So here's the section for our objectives of today. Um, so we're trying to get an understanding that words matter when it comes to being a man, especially understanding manhood. The second objective would be consciously challenging male stereotypes. The third would be avoiding stereotypes and gender norms in order to advance in your career. All right, to get the lesson started, the first thing we'll talk about is offensive phrases in society. One things we need to learn in being a man is words matter. Um, the simplest things that we think is harmless can become harmful for others. We need to always take in consideration everyone's feelings. And one thing with the path to manhood, I hit up on it earlier that it changes, and it also changes depending on when you're born or what era you're in and things like that. So things need to evolve. So sometimes we have to grow up out of things we used to say or things we learned because they're just wrong. One of the phrases, you hit, you run, you sound like a girl, or people say you hit like a girl, you run like a girl, you sound like a girl. The reason why this phrase is offensive is because what's wrong with being a girl? I'm not saying as a male I want to be a girl, but I also want to be considerate of that girl's feelings when I say she can't hit or she can't run or she sounds weird. Another phrase is quit acting like a girl. That's kind of the same as the first phrase. Um, Girls are different, just like boys. So every girl acts different. So to try to put them in one um, box or one category would be totally wrong. Another phrase is saying that something is gay. Um, it's a very bad habit for young boys. I think that we should get out of the habit because other feelings need to be considered. We don't know who's in our surrounding, child or adult, that may identify as homosexual or things of that matter. So when you're saying things like that, this person um, can be around, adult or child, and have their feelings hurt from this type of thing. And this could be the person hand that you might have to shake tomorrow for a job, or your best friend. Some people just not comfortable with saying that there's something right away, or a family member or anything like that. You just have to be considerate of people's feelings. And I believe the next phrase is hand in hand with that. It's kind of new, so saying no homo, you need to be considerate of people's feeling because that's the same thing with saying quit acting like a girl, or you making it seem like it's something wrong with it. So we have to get out of these behaviors of using these phrases for fun or being lackadaisical about these phrases because it can really hurt someone in your surroundings or in your group or in your family that you may know or not know fits the bill. Okay, so our next topic is stereotypes. Stereotypes is a widely held but fixed and oversimplified image of or idea of a particular type of person or thing. So to sum that up in my own words, stereotypes is usually a outrageous generalization of a group of people that's usually not true, or people believe it to be true, but it's usually not true. So here's a few examples of stereotypes. Black people can't swim, women can't drive, men shouldn't cry, and cats hate water. So that last one for me, it might be true. I have a few cats, and I've had a few more throughout my lifetime, and none of them liked water. But I'm sure there's a cat around here swimming or loving water. So for the black people can't swim, and for all of these, that kind of hits upon the definition of it being oversimplified or categorizing a certain group like black people or women or men or cats. So this is just a few examples that shows you it oversimplifies and categorizes the group. So when you're thinking about stereotypes, it's a poor generalization of any group. Is everyone is different in their own way. Some people swim, some people don't like to swim. So black people can't swim is absolutely incorrect. I swim. Women can't drive. That's incorrect. I've been taught how to drive by women, so I know that it's incorrect, and I don't think I drive too bad. Um, Men shouldn't cry is a huge one because a lot of problems come from young males thinking they shouldn't cry or trying to be too tough. With crying, it's a very emotional thing to do, and sometimes when you're emotional, it shows your vulnerability, And also when you show your vulnerability to the people you love or people you're trying to be around or be a tight knit group, it's a good thing because they can see your guard down. They know that you are genuine. It's also good to cry when you're in pain or if something happens to you, such as a death in the family or something happening to someone you love. It's okay to cry. I can't stress it enough that it's okay to cry. Um, a lot of people being in tough situations because they feel like they shouldn't cry. They go do something to make them be more manly, which is not really the word. It's more stupidity behind it that gets them in trouble instead of just letting out those emotions that they have that people say they shouldn't cry. I know for myself, I cry if someone dies. I cry if someone I love cries or get hurt. I cry when I get hurt. It's a natural reaction. So that's absolutely untrue. Man do cry and man should cry. Everyone should cry. Let's cry together. So, in addition to the stereotype saying that men shouldn't cry, there's others like man wearing pink. I know with that one, I like pink. And other men wear pink depending on their jobs. And other times, like breast cancer awareness, I know whole football teams that wear pink, and I wouldn't advise anybody to tell them they can't wear pink. Also, with that, um, other professions like boxing, they jump rope. Some people consider jumping rope to be a girl thing, but it's a really good way to do cardio and to stay fit. And I wouldn't tell someone like Floyd Mayweather, a world class boxer, a world champion, undefeated boxer, that he shouldn't jump rope. So we're going to do a quick activity. I want you guys to jot down a few jobs that you would consider only women jobs. I'm going to give you 3 to 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, here's a few jobs where people say women should only do, or they consider women job, or and then on the opposite side are jobs that they would consider man jobs. So with these jobs, I'm gonna talk about the women's job for a second. When you're an adult, you're looking for the best job that gives you the best opportunities. You're looking for the jobs that fit you, that fits your interests, and that will get you money. So with nursing, they actually have a base salary of 37,000, and you can work your way up to about 84,000, depending on if that's the career path you would want to choose. Dancer's base salary is $30,000, and they eventually pay out to about 60 to $70,000. Cooks and chefs, that one can get you a lot of money, depending on how high you want to go. So starting off, maybe being a cook or something, that's $23,000. But if you keep that as a career and one day you might be a chef, you can earn over 100K, possibly millions of dollars if you are owning your own restaurant. Um, and also with the man jobs, women do these jobs all the time. I see women police officers. All those jobs are very well-paying jobs. Businessmen, that's kind of old-fashioned. Like I see a lot of women that's doing business. It's very important to notice these things because one day you might have a kid and you might have a daughter. You will want her to have the same opportunities as your son or any other man. So when we confine ourselves to these boxes, we limit not only ourselves but the people that comes after us, whether it's a younger sibling or if it is a future child or anything like that. So when we are thinking about careers, we want to be open minded. We want to encourage people to do their best, and we want to encourage people to follow their paths, no matter what we consider those jobs. Hopefully, we won't consider those jobs man jobs or women jobs. They should just be considered a job or a career or people following their dreams.
Okay, guys, to summarize everything, understanding words matter. It can affect your future. You never know who's around. So let's make sure we're saying the appropriate things. Consciously challenging male stereotypes. We need to know that if we are challenging these things, then the sky's the limit. And our scope of possibility is more vast than it would be otherwise. Also, with avoiding stereotypes and gender norms and advancing to careers, like I was saying earlier, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is a boxer that jumps rope. People consider it as girly, but when you're doing it for boxing, it's probably very helpful. Anything should be looked at like that. If it helps you in your career, then I would advise it. Okay, guys, with reflection, we're just trying to see what you learned from this video. So I left a reflection question. You can just answer it down at the bottom in the comments. The reflection question is, what is your idea of manhood now? Hopefully, after this video, you have a better understanding of manhood and stereotypes and things like that. So just answer down below.
Thank you guys for tuning into this virtual lesson. Hopefully, you have a better understanding of manhood. Also, breaking stereotypes and gender roles, and not letting that stop you from doing a career such as nursing or dancing or anything of that nature. Tune in tomorrow to other virtual videos that'll be posted here at bgcstl.org or on our Facebook. Stay calm, stay safe.